is Yasmin and welcome to my channel. I am a cross stitcher and cross stitch designer and my company's name is Yasmin'sMadewithLove. If you are my new viewer, welcome, and if you are my returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It's been almost 2 weeks since I recorded last. Today's Monday the 14th of August. It's been a really challenging almost 2 weeks. Lots of things to be done, not enough time. On top of that, I'm parenting solo. My husband is away for work again for 2 weeks. You know, in normal circumstances it wouldn't be a big deal. However, since I'm working now, I found it really difficult to balance family and work, and there's so many deadlines and so many things I had to do, so it's been quite challenging. And on top of that, I have been really unwell the past few days. I had this nasty cough and you can still kind of hear my voice is not there yet. So I'm hoping that this is just a temporary and everything return to normal, because I have got no time to slow down. So what we were up to in the past 2 weeks. Well, it was my twin's birthday, so we had a lovely day. We went out, we went bowling, we went for dinner, we had cake, and then on the next day they had a birthday party at home, so they invited few very close friends from the primary school. We had a play day, so it was really nice to have those kids around. They had a blast. This is the most important. Obviously weather has improved as well, so we were out and about most of days. What else? I have been stitching quite a lot, trying to finish my last models and also you know, work on some other stuff as well. So I think this is the time to move into a cross stitch portion. So the first of all, the bloody felines. The bloody felines are finished. Dun dun dun. I did not finish them on actual birthday. I actually finished them 3 days later. On the birthday morning, I showed my daughter how much I've done, and there was just literally just a tiny corner left on the last cut, and the, you know, the filling to do on the last one. But she was like, okay, that's fine, you know, I'm disappointed with you, but I will forgive you because I know it's going to be done. Still not frame, because the frame I've ordered, it doesn't fit. So I don't know, what did I do wrong? I have taken the wrong measurement, so I resend the frame and I will frame it once the frame is redone. But for now, felines are done. I absolutely love them. I mean, I hated them and then I loved them and then I hated them again, and now I love them again. So finally I can move onto something different. And again, just to as a reminder, felines were stitched on 14 count Ada with similar code for DMC and off-brand flosses. Dun, dun, dun. So this is my massive finish. Now I have got a fully finished project, which is also my new release. It is available as a hard copy in my Etsy store and also in your LNSs and ONSs. And this is called The Light of the Christmas Star. And this design is inspired by Polish folk art. I don't know if you're familiar, but the region of Poland where I'm from, the local artists are dedicating their art to angels quite a lot. So on like the craft fairs or all kind of exhibitions, you can find lots and lots of angels painted on the glass. So this is the one the inspiration came from. I usually, when I think of Christmas, I think of angels. That's just kind of my main reminder. I had released angel for last year in my Etsy store as well. However, I am improving the design, adding a little bit more stuff to it, so I will re-release it last year pattern in December, I mean before the Christmas this year as well. But for now, this is my angel. It is stitched on 32 count vintage country mocha with fancy flosses, gentle art flosses, only 3 of them, and few DMCs for the skin color and hair. And I have finished it on fairy doors from wax. So this part is still not kind of open because it's glued. But I painted it, distressed it, and then I did some doodads with Posca pen on top. The chart includes the material which I have used for finishing this project. Love it. Right, next finished, it is the 3rd installment for the seasonal bouquet. Sorry, it's nothing is iron. I am so behind with finishing and taking photographs and stuff. But yeah, anyway, the stitching is done, and this is the autumn bouquet. I absolutely love it. It's just the colors which you can find all around my house or in my wardrobe. So autumnal colors, just DMC on 32 count vintage gold linen by fabric by Crafty Kate. A really sweet little design. I love it. At this moment, this chart is available as a PDF in my Etsy store. However, once I finish it and take the photograph, it will be available as a hard copy as well. I will be talking about the charts in my shops and charts everywhere else in the latest portion of this video. For now, I'm just going to show you the projects I've worked on. So that was my 2 finishes. Now, I also found a finish which I did a long time ago. Find Joy, which is again my new release this month. Previously I had finished it as a frame piece, but I want to finish it now as a pillow. And this is Fox and Rabbit 32 count, don't remember the name, I will include on the screen, and mixture of DMC and fancy flosses. I just love my chickens. And another finish which is stitched by Kim, the Stitchy Squirrels. She stitched for me Albert. That's how she is genius when it comes to you know, coming up with the names for my characters on my designs. So this is Albert, because you know he's an elegant bird. And this is also my new release this month. And this is fabric 32 count Fox and Rabbit dirt track, and a mixture of DMC and fancy flosses. Absolutely love this. Again, I am so late with finishing this. However, the photographs has been taken thanks to Kim, so the charts are made. However, I want to have a display for this season, so again, the frame I've ordered for it is really beautiful, ornate, kind of vintage looking, little bit having a it's kind of a very old looking style frame. I think it's gonna go very well with this design. However, it takes it really long for it to arrive. they keep changing dispatches day from 9 to 12, then now it's going to be between the 18th and 21st, so hopefully, but design is here. I love it. Once again, thank you so much, Kim, for stitching this model for me. I also have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more charts coming out this month. One of them is Halloween, which I am currently working on. One, it is Folk Bird, the final bird for the small birds collection, which I am stitching as well. And then I have got 3 models with Kim. She stitched 2 of them and they are so adorable, and now she's working on 1. So I'm not quite sure if I will manage to finish them for the actual market weekend, which is 24, 25. But the charts will be available maybe a few days later after market via Hoffman Distributing Company, and also for all of the UK residents in my Etsy store. So now I have got also whips I have been working on. So I have been working exclusively on 2 designs. The first one was obviously the Felines, because the mission was to finish it before my daughter's birthday. I've almost accomplished that. You know, it's a water under the bridge now. The project, it's been done just with few days of delay. Now, the second project I've worked on, it is designed by me, and I have enjoyed stitching this so much that I actually didn't want to put it down. I did not at first. I wasn't actually aiming to finish it. I just wanted to stitch, but I really enjoy working on it, especially because of the colors. So I almost finished sampler which I released this month, and it is the second version of Tulips and Stars, and this is called Kaleidoscope, and it is stitched on 14 count Aida with variety of DMC colors. And that's how much I have done. I absolutely love those colors. Those colors are so yummy. So I have got last medallion to finish, and then the long flower on the side, and this is done. Really like it. It's really delicate. It's really colorful, and I think the colors, they blend together so well. I like the transitions from, you know, reds to yellows and greens, and then blues and purples. I think it's fantastic. I might be biased because, you know, I designed it, but I really like it. And at this moment, this chart is available as a PDF download. However, I am planning to finish this medallion tonight, and then take the photograph, fully frame it, and the paper copy will be available in the store by the end of the week. And then the last whip I've worked on, it is my old start from, again, this is one of my oldest projects. I've started, I think, 2020 or 2021, and this is the sampler Quaker Street by Happy Mood Point. So it's quite stitch heavy. However, yesterday I've taken this with me to the city. We went to, yesterday I made my kids walk so much. We walked from home all the way to Tower of London, which is not that bad because we live quite close to Tower of London, about 20 minutes, like a casual speed. So we walked from home to Tower of London, and then from Tower of London we carry on down the river to South Bank, and then to House of Parliament. We cross the road and we walk all the way back to South Pole, and then we take the underground because my kids were exhausted at this point. But we had such a lovely day. We stopped in a few places so they could play in the playground and, you know, watch those street performance, and, you know, we had nice lunch out. And so I have taken this project with me and stitched, you know, which in whatever time I could. So yesterday I add a little bit to the house over here, and then I decided to move on to medallion on the side. This is going to be a long project, but I really enjoy stitching those medallions. I really like Quakers. And this is stitched on 18 count Ada with DMC 115. This is one of my favorite DMC colors. And those were pretty much all my project I've worked on this week. So again, if I wasn't poorly and if my kids weren't on summer holidays, I would probably stitch more. It's actually interesting because this is the first year since my children were born, my youngest children, my twins were born, then I actually have to work, you know, over summer holidays. If you have been here with me for a while, you know, I've worked in the primary school. So I followed the academic calendar, which means I had breaks whenever they had a break. And there was a time when I didn't have to work. I could dedicate my time 100% to family and, you know, all the hobbies I had. However, now is a different because, you know, I am trying to grow my business and I have got lots of commitments, and, you know, I have to fulfill my orders. I have to work on my new designs, and, you know, I have to stitch my models, and, you know, there is a lot of behind the scene before the project is done. And you know, there is a lot of things I have to do. But now actually having my children at home, it's really hard. So I feel for every person who has to go through this, you know, all the time, when you work from home and you have got your family and it's like, oh mommy, I'm hungry, what is for lunch, or can we go outside, like, oh, I'm bored. And it's really, I found it really tricky to kind of find a balance and, you know, meet my commitments, and but also do not leave my family behind. I'm also one of these parents who I don't feel good when my children watch TV all day or play video games for too long. I just feel like that's not what I want them to do. Like, it is lovely. I mean, it is wonderful to be able to unwind and play video games because, you know, kids like those stuff. But when they do it for like exceed amount of time, it's really bad. And I just don't want my kids to be one of those kids in front of the telly or front of the screen for a whole day without actually going outside. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what my point. You know, all this big story is just because I found it really difficult to find the time to work and also be with my family. But no complaints here. I am really happy with what I am doing. So this was all the stitching. I have got some shop updates. I have got new Patreon releases to show you. And I also have got purchase and a giveaway. Purchases are very different this time. I'm just gonna grab them from there. Oh, okay. So purchases are different. I did purchase charts from Instagram friends. They were doing this stash, so I bought the mouse chart from Lindsay, and I bought few charts from Sarah as well. Lindsay's chart is in here, however, is downstairs, but Sarah's chart will be posted today because the sale was over the weekend, so I don't have them actually to show you. But I have been shopping for some Christmas kind of embellishments, so of course Works is the place to go. So I shopped for those kind of little holly berries, which I will be including in my finishes. I did some ribbons, autumn ribbons, 3-4 different colors, autumnal leaves, gorgeous. I did some festive berries as well, and a little Christmas tree because I would like to build my scenery this year. Now, I also bought lots of books. I mean, there were books which I had pre-ordered, some of them from Poland, and some of them I bought in the shops in the UK. So the book I have been waiting for so long, it is this wonderful album. It is all about a Polish folk art. So it includes pottery, tradition, pottery, woodwork, embroidery. There is beautifully illustrated, lots of facts and lots of history, and beautiful images, lots to read. This book also talks about the traditions, rituals, you know, craft over the years, and different region of Poland. Beautiful. I absolutely love it. Yeah, this is wonderful purchase. Now I also, with this book, because I've ordered it and the book was posted to my mom, so I've also asked my mom when she was sending the book to me if she could included some book about knitting. Like, I am really want to learn how to knit. I did try like it previously, and I'm okay with like casting, that's the word, like casting the stitches and then like doing the basics, but I really would like to kind of get a little bit more advanced with knitting. So I asked my mom if she could send me some of her books. So she sent me a book for dummies. This is like basic, this is basic. So it talks about a different variety of stitches. It has got images because, you know, I'm a visual learner. There is a lots of wonderful books in the UK, but some of them, they don't include images and the symbols and you know, the technical language. It's just it's a little bit difficult for me to grasp, especially if there is if that is not kind of if it's not explained and then shown on the pictures. I found it difficult to understand what it is all about. But because this book has got lots of pictures, like I said, it's for dummies, lots of pictures, and is written in my mother tongue, so I should not have a difficulty to understand. I really want to learn how to knit a little bit more. So this is another book. Now I have got some more books which I purchased. I went to Sanchi Museum Gallery in Soho, and there was this amazing exhibition about what's it called? Civilization. So like people from around the world, and you know, like how the changes in the, you know, modern world affect them, and it's wonderfully presented. So I went with my kids, but then of course we went to the gift shop. So I got myself a new folk art, and this is the folklore and tradition craft from around the world. Again, it's beautifully illustrated. It talks about how the designs are, you know, are used in a modern world, where they come from. It's really lovely album. And then I also purchased book on Amazon from Jurain Jones. She has released this wonderful book. I think this is from, what year it is? I think it's from last year. Yeah, no, 2 years ago, 2021. She released the floral folk art, and I found it fascinating because I really love those matryoshka dolls, and they are really wonderful designs. So there are quite a lot of them. I'm not sure. I will show you the project galleries. So that's some of the designs in here. Absolutely lovely book. And then the another one of two books I'm about to show you. This is all about European folk art, and again it is kind of more like an illustrated book, so it tells you about, okay, this is the motifs from Hungary, that's the Greece and Holland, you know, it's really lovely, and it talks a little bit about the history of the time when it's been found, and I found it really fascinating to look onto this book. And the final book, it is designs and inspiration for Enchanted Folk Art, and this is by I think either Ukrainian, one of the Eastern European person. It is by Dinara Mirtalipova. So I think, no, she is from Czech Republic. Sorry, she is from Czech Republic. And this book is so wonderfully published. It talks about how she started, you know, doing all of those whimsy designs. She also teaches you step by step how to draw whimsy designs. Like for example in here, so like a horse, so it shows you how to get from the simple shapes to actual horse. It's really wonderful, and it's beautifully published. Oh my god, look at those matryoshkas, those fantastic. I am really happy to have those books to increase my library. You know, I love folk art, and in the next coming months I would like to design some more folk art designs, typically inspired by, you know, my childhood. I kind of incorporate folk art in most of my designs, especially my birds, but I would like to do it on the maybe a little bit larger scale. And so yeah, so that's what I purchased. Now I have got shop updates. What's new in the shop? I hope you are here to you know, I hope you're going to still stay and for the giveaway, which I'm about to announce as well, and for Patreon releases. So the first of all, announcement. Okay, how am I gonna go about that? Right. At this moment, my Etsy store is equipped with PDF version of my charts and hard copy of my charts. And by the end of this week, I will be changing a little bit the things I am adding into my Etsy store. For example, this month I've released my, I think it's the 6th Quaker, which is called Raven. And Raven comes as a PDF version and also comes as this beautifully, you know, designed booklet. And all of the Quakers at this moment in my shop, they will be in two versions, one as a PDF and one as a hard copy, because lots of people prefer hard copies, and I am one of those. And although my designs can be purchased from the local needle shops, those needle shops, they are not in the UK. Those needle shops, they are mainly UK, US and the Canada. But I don't want to leave my UK resident customers behind, so I provided paper copies for them as well, until there will be a UK shops which carry my charts. But for now, all of the Quakers come as a PDF and a hard copy. So this is the first release. Now, all of the new releases which I showed you, and we have got the light of the Christmas star, Halloween Ride, Find Joy, and Autumn Owl. At this moment, they are available in my Etsy store as hard copies only, and they will remain as a hard copy only. Right, the reason I do it is because I'm not happy about how Etsy is making money on the sellers. Basically, if you have been shopping on Etsy for a long time, you know, then Etsy adds additional cost on top of all of the PDF version of products. So it comes about 6%. So basically, in my case, they add additional £2.50 on every single PDF chart I uploaded to my Etsy store. So for example, these charts were used to available as a PDF versions, and I've asked price of £5 as a PDF version. However, Etsy charged the customer £7.50 because they added £2.50 on top of the price. Now, those £2.50, it does not go to me, it goes to Etsy. And then on top of that, they charge me transaction fee, they charge me admission fee, they charge me other fee, which means then they take away from this £5 I'm asking for additional £1.50. So they basically make £4 on every copy I upload, and I receive £3.50, which I found it is shocking, because as much as I love give away free stuff, and I do it quite often, it is a rip-off. It is a rip-off. Then they're actually making 60% of a profit on me every single time I release a design. So from now on, all of the new small designs like folk beds, all of the seasonal animals, all of the bouquets, they will be available as a hard copy only, because Etsy does not add 6% on the physical products. They only do it on the PDF version of the product. I hope this makes sense what I'm saying to you. I feel a little bit outrageous because it takes hours and hours to design, to approve it, to, you know, make everything perfect, then the right colors, and someone just takes money off you like that. What I would prefer, well, I found an alternative to this situation. I'm going to offer these charts only as a hard copies, which means you will be paying the price I ask for without any additional cost. I will be still paying £1.50 for all of those, you know, admissions and all of the other stuff they're doing around it, which is fine. But they're not going to be make money on me anymore. On top of that, I will be able to provide a very reasonable shipping to the UK and to everywhere else in the world. So at this moment, all of those charts is £1.80 for all of the UK residents and £2.20 for everywhere else in the world. So it's still cheaper than actually if you would buy PDF version, and on top of that you receive beautifully packed, beautifully printed, colored and black and white design in some cases, just right to your doorstep. So tell me what you think about that, and if you have got other solution, if you don't mind paying additional cost when you buying PDFs and then you have to print it out everything yourself, tell me about it. But that's how I feel about Etsy at this moment. I also will be moving to my website. I think I will leave this once my children actually go to school, so I have got more time to, you know, set up everything and really pay attention to it. Because it's really outrageous how Etsy is really screwing everyone over and is making a big fortune on sellers, because you know it's just not fair. 6%, it is lots of money. So just to kind of summarize everything, all the Quakers, they are coming in a PDF and booklet version. This is for you to decide. The only reason I've done it is because international shipping is a little bit more expensive. It's £4.90 because it's a large size letter. And all the small charts comes only as a hard copy, and they are £220 international shopping, £185 UK. I'm gonna leave it there. I do apologize. It's a bad cough. And now, one before last, I also have got a Patreon update. Today is 14th, so I will be releasing all of the new Patreon charts today at 12 o'clock UK time. So by the time this video is live, the charts will be already you know, close to you, so I'm not spoiling anything. So this month I've released 8 charts, and they are spread out in between 3 tiers. So for the tier 1, I've designed this beautiful sunflower cottage. It is a beautifully kind of, you know, it is a design commemorating kind of end of the summer and all of the sunflowers blooming. So this is the first one, and this chart is available to tier 1, 2 and 3, which is seasonal, small, gnomes and all-inclusive. Now the second chart I released, it is a collection of 5 Halloween designs, and they are in a variety of sizes. Some of them could be small ornaments, some of them could be frame, and I will include a picture over here. And this collection is available for everyone from the tier 2 and all-inclusive. Now the final design for the all-inclusive only tier, it is this fractal beds, which is inspired by folk art, Polish folk art. And the date which is included in this design, it is the date when the folk art became really cultivated in the region of Poland when I am from. And on top of that, tomorrow I will be releasing the first part of the mystery stitch along, which I am organizing only for my Patreon's member across all tiers. So last month I included all of the instructions. This month the part 1 is going to be released tomorrow. So if you don't want to know how the part 1 look like, look away for a little bit, because I'm about to show it. And that's the first part. I'm going to show you only that much. So it is stitched with flosses from Tom and Lily Creations on 32 count linen by Fox and Rabbit, flannel flower. Also DMC conversion, it's been provided. So I hope you enjoyed this month releases, and if you have not been in my Patreon, I hope you come and you're gonna give a little look. So just to finish this video on high, I would love to offer a giveaway, and I will be giving away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charts. First one is Raven. So if you would like to win raven, can you use the word raven? If you would like to win the light of the Christmas star, can you use word angel? If you would like to win orbit, can you use a word Halloween? If you would like the little chicken, can you use the word joy? And if you would like autumn owl, then please can you use the word owl. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and you will take part in a giveaway. As I've mentioned, I have got 2 more models to complete, and then I will be just stitching whatever I like. Yeah, or maybe I have got also a pile of things to be finished as well, and I am also working on the thank you postcard, which I always include in my Etsy store with the orders, physical orders. So at this moment there is heart shape design saying to my friend, but I am also, you know, working on some lovely thank you cards with the exclusive chart for Christmas as well. So lots of things to do, and thank you so much for spending with me time today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and thank you also everyone who shared with me the weather forecast from where you were, and you know how you spending your holidays or how you spending your summer. Thank you so much, I truly appreciate that. So for now, bye bye, and I will see you in 2 weeks time.